It is now March. So you know that means the madness about to jump off.
It's crazy how fast this goes.
I know, like
Second
dang.
season's towards the end.
Who you do you still follow your Wildcats?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I still follow college basketball. For myself, a lot of peers are in college still.
Yeah, that's right. Because I mean, you only play 1 year.
Yeah, so like the guys that are in my class are juniors in college.
Damn.
Then I still know I got a lot of guys who are seniors come in only a year older, and then I still know guys who are sophomores. I know a couple freshmen. I know of a lot of freshmen, but I know a couple of them. But I know a lot of the guys who are sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
That's crazy. Right? You're right. Because when you left, so yeah, you gotta who you got? I'll give you. So I'm going Zags. Okay.
I think that's always a safe choice.
No, it is. It is. But they got a quality team this year. Mm-hmm. I look at they check off a lot of the different
guys this year too.
Yeah, they got a lot of different boxes checked off. And I'm a Pepperdine guy, so it's hard for me to say the Zags. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Zags. I like Michigan. I think they're gonna do it, and I think that Virginia learned from last year, getting that booty spanked in the first round.
I can't trust Virginia.
You can't trust them.
They have a great defense every year, but in a tournament, you got to be able to put the ball in the basket. You have to, and I don't think. And I know Kyle's my guy. Yeah. Pun intended, but I don't know. I just don't think that they put the ball in the basket enough. They have a lot of guys that can score. They just.
So I got my last is Kentucky, but you just made me change my mind. So I'm going to go with Nevada. That's going to be my dark horse.
Nevada over who?
Over Virginia. Okay, so I got Nevada, Michigan, the Zags, and Kentucky. Because man,
but this is without the bracket.
Yeah, obviously.
Because Kentucky,
they could be in the same bracket.
They always put us in. Man, you know my. You want to know what mine was?
What was it?
Okay, so we had like.
I remember coming to
or Eastern Kentucky, Northern Kentucky first weekend.
Okay.
First game, we have Wichita State in the second round.
Damn, boy.
Okay, so
that's work.
Now we got that coming to the next weekend. UCLA, North Carolina. And we end up losing to Carolina, but it's like Wichita State shouldn't have been. What were they like a 12 seed? I think?
Yeah, they shouldn't even have been.
There's no way. We ended up winning that game by like 3.
Yeah.
So
that's like an Elite 8.
That should be. That's at least an Elite 8 matchup.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we play them in the second round. Then we go to UCLA, who was the 3rd seed, and then our 1 seed was Carolina.
Yeah, I watch you guys.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was ridiculous.
Who you got final? I mean, nothing.
Our final four.
Give me a final four.
I even out of the Kentucky guy saying Duke is crazy, but I don't.
Marvin gonna be like, what?
Nah, but Duke just they always just mess it up somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
They figure out a way to get there.
No, they figure out a way not to get there.
To the Final Four. You don't think so?
I mean, my year they should have went. Marvin, they should have went.
Good point.
But Marvin's year, they did run into Kansas, and Kansas was older team. But I got Duke, Kentucky.
All right. Blue Bloods.
I think it is a lot of Blue Bloods this year. Like it's extremely open. I would say Gonzaga just because like I've watched a lot of Gonzaga games this year, especially being on the West Coast, so you catch a lot of their games. My 4th one, you had, who'd you say, Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you said Nevada was your last one.
I took out Virginia and put in Nevada.
Yeah, I can see Tennessee.
Really?
That's 2 SEC schools. I can see Tennessee getting in.
I'm not sold on Tennessee, man. I watched them a few times.
I've watched them too. I'm thinking like Tennessee #1 team, like how, but it's an older team. I think it's a lot of Gonzaga in them.
Okay.
It's a lot of Gonzaga in Tennessee.
Okay.
Except right now, Gonzaga is a lot better than I think they have been in the years. Like
yes, I agree.
They've always been great college teams, but they have like 2 NBA players on their team.
Yeah.
Which I think puts them over the top now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But Tennessee, they just watching them play, like the way they play. Rick Barnes was at Texas for the most part when I was in high school, so I've watched them and I know the way he's coached. And the way that we lost to Tennessee when I was in college.
Did you?
Yeah, we shouldn't have lost.
At home? Oh no, you didn't lose at home.
We lost to them by like 5 or 6, and they felt that they felt that whooping when they came to Lexington. We beat them by like 30 in Lexington and lost by 5 at Tennessee. But man, But most of that team, which is so different from Kentucky,
most
of that Tennessee team is still there.
Really?
Yeah, so most of the guys that I played
so
against.
They all,
Most of the guys I played against my freshman year
are now
seniors and juniors.
Wow.
So they've definitely gotten better throughout, and I mean the chemistry is just at an all-time high. You play with guys for 3 years in college, y'all gonna know how to play together.
Yeah, no doubt. That's real. Some of the talent, because like at your position, I even did this for the centers. Some of the centers in the Western Conference. When I look across, I'm like, damn. But when I look across the league and I say, young, not even young, just all of the point guards. I mean, listen to some of these names. Of course, you, Fox, Mitchell, Trae, Shea, Sexton, Smith Jr., Steph, Russ, Dame, Kyrie, CP, Bledsoe, D'Angelo, DeJounte, IT, Drew Holiday, Lonzo, Jamal Murray, Kimba, Lowry, Simmons, Scary Terry. I mean, dude, on a night-to-night basis.
And yesterday, John didn't even play.
Yeah, he was sitting. I didn't even add him because he's injured, but he's sitting on the side. Like when you sitting at the house, because I do this a lot, and I hear this a lot from people. They're like, man, when I'm at the house, you guys are must-see TV. Like, they love watching the Kings. Everyone loves watching the Kings. Is there matchups that you look at and you're like, I'm watching tonight?
I think I just watch a lot of basketball in general.
Period.
Yeah. So if we're not playing, I'll usually have a game plan or game in the background just playing. But I don't really have a team that I just try to watch.
Right.
I hit the guide, go to sports, see what team's playing, and I'll watch them. I think that's just me being a basketball junkie. Just me, like being just like watching the sport.
I would always, especially if we're about to play a team, and they're playing the night before, I'm always watching. Do you do that?
Yeah, especially a couple times, like they're about to come on a back-to-back. If you're that second game of that back-to-back, I definitely try to watch them.
I gotta see that. It's just
like when we call OKC on that back-to-back when they played the couple overtimes. I was watching that game.
I just came up to radio, and while we were, I was like, man, 2-3 overtimes would be great, and bang bang.
I think they went to two. Yeah, and PG hit that floater.
Yes, I'm thinking, man, that played right into our hands, no doubt.
Nah, but that point guard, which back what you were on, it's tough.
On a night-to-night
sometimes you just got to hope that a guy's having a bad night.
Yeah.
But if you're having a bad night, you can definitely get embarrassed.
Do you take like, so when I was with Toronto, Isaiah Thomas, the Hall of Famer, IT, he was very forward-thinking. And a lot of stuff that I see now, no one really knew, but he was doing a lot of it. Like he would have us take notebooks, and in the notebooks we would write notes about the players we were going to face, and we would give ourselves ideas of how much we were going to score, what we were going to hold them to. Do you disseminate information that way? Because when you look at that list, there's a lot of information right there. Mm-hmm. Either you take it in, because you're a really smart guy at the same time, so not everyone needs to write. I'm a write it down guy. Maybe not as smart as you. I get it. But I'm writing mine down, taking notes. I kept journals, a lot of different things, just so that I could, look back. What did he do? What was I trying to hold him to? What did he get? Do you do any of that?
I don't write it down, but a lot of times I think you go in every game with some different goals.
Yeah.
I definitely go in, depending on the matchup, depending on, who I'm guarding, who other guys are guarding. I definitely put in things like that.
Yeah,
definitely all the time.
Yeah, it's as you go through it and you gain information, that's ultimately, in my opinion, how you're able to navigate it. Because if you're not paying attention, you keep getting banged in the head. I can remember the Kings playing against the Clippers constantly. J.J. Redick, same play at the beginning of the game every time. Cross screen, come off, double pick, bang, three. And I'm like,
like, at least make them score some other way. Don't let it be that way every time.
Every time. I'm just like, goodness. You got Rookie of the Year this year? What do you think? Because it's really coming down probably to Luka or Trae. Luka jumped out, and then Trae seems to kind of.
He's been killing.
Yeah.
Crazy. But, I mean.
Too little, too late.
I feel like it's probably too late.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making a case, but I think I think Luka's probably going to get it.
No doubt. I would agree with you. I think that the jump out that Luka did was crazy.
I mean, he's been a pro for some years though, so he's used to that.
That's what I be saying. Like when I watch Marvin. Like, can you imagine if Marvin had been a pro since he was like 16?
Yes.
I mean, he averaging 20 and 10 when he plays. You know. And like I tell you, like you don't even really know how to play yet.
Yeah,
you just on some
talent,
beast.
Motor. You going out there and just getting it.
Man, that is nuts.
And it's not. It's no manipulating the game just yet. It's all just talent.
Yeah. Wrapping up the first road tripping team, Sacramento style. Before we do, you had a big one in MSG, man. 35-8. What do you when you look at? I mean, it's the mecca of basketball. It's a different vibe. I got to play.
Yeah, you feel it.
Do you feel it?
You feel it a little bit.
What do you describe to me playing there? Like the Big Apple, the mecca.
I think it's great. I actually played in MSG, a college game too.
Did you?
Yeah, we played Michigan State. Yeah, we won probably by I think we won by 21, 22.
Did you ball out in that one too?
It was an okay game.
It wasn't like that.
Only like it wasn't like that. But it was only like our second or third game. So like you're playing in Madison Square Garden, like you're a freshman, second, third game of the season. So but I think I performed pretty well. It was definitely exciting. We won the game. That's all I was really worried about. But just being able to play there, I think it's a great feeling. They're gonna cheer for their Knicks, but if you're making special plays for the other team,
ain't that a
trip?
Get
some oohs, ahs.
You can feel it, right?
They might start clapping for you.
Absolutely.
But I think in New York, it's just the fact that they love basketball so much. It's not much. I mean, they got football teams, but New York's basketball.
I agree.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
basketball. And
and
they're gonna give you your respect.
No doubt.
If you go out there and play, they're gonna give you your respect.
Man. Do you have any favorite NBA cities? Like for me, I like Toronto. I love Toronto. Toronto's off the hook. Obviously, LA, New York, but just to be able to go and do all of that.
Toronto is actually up there for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say Toronto, Charlotte.
Okay. Hey, man, Charlotte is nice, man.
Yeah.
Listen, when I played, Charlotte wasn't like that, yo. Charlotte was not like that. Charlotte's off the hook now, man.
I don't think people give Charlotte the credit that it deserves, for sure. But
Agreed.
Toronto, Charlotte. If I had to do three, Toronto, Charlotte, probably Chicago.
Okay, you like Chi-Town. Yeah, they got a nice city. That's a good one, actually.
I didn't want to do the cliche Miamis and LAs, but Toronto's up there with Miami, LA though.
I agree,
sure.
man. Toronto is so underrated. Like if you've never been, you got to go. Culture, just vibe out, great food.
It was like
atmosphere.
1 degree. It was like one degree when we went.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I agree with you. It'd be cold.
It felt good though. It was good.
When you on the road, games, you bring it with you?
Always.
Word?
Always.
Right now, it's in the room.
Yeah, my PS4 is hooked up in the room right now, and so.
Do you hook it up to the TV yourself, or you have the people come?
Well, I don't use the TV.
So my bad. Oh, my bad.
I've gotten like
gangster.
Because like at home, I play on a monitor, on like a computer monitor.
Okay.
For gaming. So, man, when you like the big screens and all that, but once you like an actual gamer,
okay, like
they all play on monitors because.
How big is it? A little bigger than the iPad?
I
think this 13?
13 inches, so it's probably.
Okay, so you're talking about 20?
Probably, close to 20 inches, 18 inches.
Okay.
But it's just that it looks so good, then everything, it responds like that. So that's how gamers just always play on monitors. They're literally monitors for gaming instead of playing on TV. So guys would rather the quality than how big it is.
I got you. Okay, so you don't want.
I think I kind of got into that, and I got so used to playing on my monitor at home. I have a monitor that I travel with.
You carry it or they carry it?
Nah, it's all so the Louis bag. I always keep my PS4.
That's what's in there.
It's some clothes in there.
But
then PS4 gets so heavy. So I'd rather that be in my possession. So I don't put it in my suitcase.
How'd you get to the anime? Where did that come in your life at?
My brother was a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and then I'm not huge into anime.
Okay.
I'm just kind of big on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, I got you.
So my brother was big into it, and then I started watching it, and I liked it.
Okay.
He was always playing the video games, so I started playing the video games, and then I went back and watched like the whole show. So that's just how I got into it. But as far as anime, I'm not a big proponent of watching anime.
I got you. I got you. I was gonna say cartoons, but
I mess with cartoons.
Okay, you mess with cartoons more than anime?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, SpongeBob's a cartoon.
Yeah, that's a big fact.
Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
I just think as far as America, like we naturally go towards cartoons first.
No doubt. Well, that is a wrap. You can tweet us at the Doug Christie, at Swipe of the Fox, and Road Trippin Pod. Shout out to Road Trippin Pod, NBC Sports California, and of course the Sacramento Kings. We will do this a few more times. You can shoot anything that you want to us because we're gonna get some guests on. I don't know who you want, D.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna bring some people on. It won't be just us two the entire time.
Absolutely. That's we'll get some. So you tell us who you want, teammates wise, whatever. We'll try to make sure that they get in here with us. Subscribe and rate us a 5-star. DC, Swipe of the Fox, De'Aaron Fox signing off.